Welcome back to the Talk tonight. The offers of help are overwhelming, pouring into a Utica teen living with cystic fibrosis as he crosses 200 items. Well, he's made the bucket list. He'd like to cross them all off the list. It's a promise to live life to the fullest. Michael Benny introduced us to Michael Kelly yesterday. Michael Kelly has been in the hospital for a few weeks, getting tuned up for his CF. He needs a little health care every now and then to make sure the lungs are working as best as he can get them to work. He's at Golisano Children's Hospital. And Michael Benny joins us tonight, and you can see on the list, he wants to speak to the president, he wants to do some archery, he wants to be on a late-night comedy show. Yeah. But look at what we have here.
Look at these emails that have
these
come
are people.
in.
There's more than 120.
Amazing.
More than 120 so far. They're still coming in.
Well, give us a highlight. What do you have
so
here?
Somebody who races a car at Utica Rome Speedway wants to take him along. There's a website, extremebucketlist.net.
Who knew?
They want to feature him. A magician, a couple of magicians, somebody who has a fog machine. We've heard from Destiny USA. They have a lot, actually, in the mall expansion that would suit some of his needs, including the mirror maze. They want to get in touch. This is the most popular kid in Central New York right now.
Yes.
Ghost hunters. I've learned that there are at least 5 different agencies in Central New York that do ghost hunting. The Everson Museum, an acupuncturist, a comedy club, 2 comedy clubs.
You talked to Michael today.
Yeah.
What's his response to this amazing community-wide response?
His head is spinning.
Yeah,
just like mine is, to be perfectly honest with you. He still is in the hospital until at least Monday. He does have access to email, so I'm forwarding him all the emails that we get, and he's just slowly going through them, thanking everyone, and then he'll determine, to whom he'll reach out.
You know, it's so interesting because we so often hear from our viewers and they say, bring us some good news. And Michael has a tough story. He's had a tough life. It's a sad story.
Has.
But he is one of the most inspiring people I think we've ever featured. And what is so incredibly inspiring is the response from everyone out there. It has just been remarkable. I mean, it brings tears to our eyes to see this.
I can't remember a story where we've received over 120 emails. And some people who just write simply, this is one of them, I won't give the name of the person, but writing to me, Michael, we'd love to help however we can. Thanks.
Yeah. Just
how wonderful is that? How wonderful is that?
This blank check for help is essentially what that amounts to.
Which leads you to realize that in all of the bad that we tell people about every day, there is this much good and beyond.
You know, in case people weren't watching yesterday, and that certainly does happen, we want to just play a little bit of sound from Michael talking in the hospital.
What will you say and what will you do if people step forward and want to help you cross something off the list?
Well, first of all, I would say, are you crazy? Because most of the things on here are really expensive and out of my range. And I would say, thank you for the offer. I accept, and I'll pass that on to other people to help them with their list and, make their dreams come true.
He's gonna need a scheduler or something,
He needs an agent.
That's what I told him today. I may quit this gig and just be his agent.
Right.
Because I said, I talked to him this morning, I said, you're going to need some help from your guardian, a cousin of his is his guardian, and maybe some other family members to sort of prioritize what it is you'd want to do, and most importantly, to reach back to these many folks and simply say thank you. I heard you and thank you.
And what seems so remarkable about him at such a young age, he's only 18, he doesn't want people to feel sorry for him, it seems. He just wants to live his life, what he has of it, to the fullest, and he wants to encourage other people to do the same. I feel like so often we live in the future, we live in the past, but we don't live right in the present.
Yeah.
This is a kid who could teach us all a thing or two about that.
He already has.
Yeah.
He's touched so many people, and I will tell you this: of all these 120 emails, I bet if they don't get a thank you, they're still going to feel better that they offered. But they will. Michael will get to it.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
So cool.
Thanks for participating in the talk tonight, and thanks for helping out Michael Kelly, the 18-year-old with cystic fibrosis who's going to have one heck of a summer. Thanks to all of you who are already chipping in. You can post your comments and read more about his story, including viewing his bucket list, by going to our website, cnycentral.com.